Hi, Chris.
Hi.
Great to see you and to take this opportunity while we're both at Move London to discuss the developing relationship between Volteris and Mobilisights. And for those of you watching who don't know, Mobilisights is the Stellantis B2B data as a service provider. So we're providing exclusive access to the connected vehicle data available for the 14 iconic brands within the group. So, Chris, perhaps you could just start by giving us a bit of background to Volteris and your purpose as an organisation.
Yeah, absolutely. No, thanks very much. Thanks for having us here today. So we sort of started out as a business focusing on OEM integrations and officially partnering and officially working with the OEMs. So we've gone on a period of the last couple of years developing our platform, and part of that has been working with you guys and then integrating you guys into our solutions. So really important brand for us, for our partners, our customers, and people utilizing data we have. And the official nature of it was one of, as I said already, is one of the critical parts. So making sure that we're getting the data directly from you in the best possible way and navigating that through to our customers was the core reason that we decided to work with Mobilisights.
Right. Can you just share an example of the value that integration provides to your customers?
Yeah, so we're sitting in a market that has historic players in it, and new players coming into the market as well. And the value that we have is trying to make a multi-use fleet basically have a really simple and easy to use connectivity. So going through Volteris means that we connect 14 brands that you've mentioned, or they can connect other OEMs. But the key thing there is that we're taking that official data channel, that we're utilizing your data sources, the telematics devices that are on board the vehicles from when they come out of the factory, and then connecting that through the VIN and providing the data sources of basically whatever data that customer requires. We then standardize that, put it in a nice format, and means that they can connect those vehicles for whatever use case they're using.
Okay, so bearing in mind that Mobilisights provides raw data as a service, your role is in optimizing that data through across all the brands. Is that one of the main ways in which you're optimizing the data?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got a standardized data model. So we take the raw data that you supply us. We then sort of filter it and standardize that in a format that means it's simple for our customers to access that data for your brand, but also for other vehicle brands. So we're sort of optimizing, standardizing the fantastic raw data we get from you and putting it into a easy to digest format for our customers.
And what's a typical use case today that you would be ingesting our data, optimizing it and delivering it to your customers for?
Yeah, so today, one of the key focus areas we have is on more of a traditional fleet use case. So the data that you provide us is sort of aimed at fleets. We have quite a focus on electric fleets, background of the business, expertise within the business, and just sort of the market that we've gone for. So we take things like the service and maintenance side of it, state of charge, charging data that we're extracting from you, and then giving that to fleets, also people that are working with fleets. So it could be fleet management SaaSes, could be charging management companies, providing that access. And what we're looking to do is also, as partnership with you guys, is develop that a bit further in that EV space, which is sort of one of the things that I think we're trying to develop with you guys is that battery health scenario, and we've been providing feedback to you.
And as we look to the future, then what are the further opportunities then in that space do you see being enabled through our partnership?
Yeah, absolutely. So battery health is a key one at the moment. So we've got EV marketplaces or marketplaces selling used vehicles. Part of that, they really want to know the health of the battery, and that obviously helps them with resale, but also getting second-hand EV buyers on board. So that's a really critical area for us, and that's one that we together have a roadmap for, which is really exciting. So that by the end of this year, or maybe slightly before, we'll be in a position where we'll be able to offer battery health certificates utilising a bit more of the data that we have from you. And then, as we've discussed many times, charging and sort of smart charging and charging management is a big sort of push from our side and our customer base. So, that's one of the challenges that we see and you see is that sort of releasing of new features. So things like start, stop, charge functionality. So
I think that's a really interesting one when we think about the management of charging sessions, because it's an example of how we innovate and how we will need to innovate, because ultimately it's not a data product. This is a remote command that allows functionality of the vehicle, and with that in mind, there's numerous internal stakeholders within Stellantis that we need to engage with to deliver such a solution, from a hardware, software, engineering, legal, customer support perspective. And I think it also comes with new data privacy challenges, because traditionally, we've been thinking about a one-to-one relationship that an individual may have with their vehicle via their app. We're now moving to a one-to-many potential relationship, whereby there could be an individual within a business that we're enabling to access hundreds or thousands of vehicles remotely and control that at any one time. So data privacy is designed into every product Mobilisights delivers, and the protection of Stellantis drivers is of the utmost importance. So whilst we understand that particular requirement and we're committed to its place on our roadmap, it's certainly not going to be one that we will rush, and we can't be. But I also understand that can often be at odds with the fast-moving nature of the industry that you work within.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think that's the bit. We try and provide our customers with the best insight to when functionality might be available, and sometimes they might not see the challenges that you're facing internally. It's just, it's a functionality. Why can't you just tick the box and make it available? And I think that's one of the things that, having open conversations like this is really important to get that message across. It's not through a lack of trying. It's not through a lack of us being unwilling. It's just, the challenges that you just highlighted there.
Absolutely. And at Mobilisights, we truly value this feedback. We understand that we are, we're an enabler in the industry. We provide you with the tools to be able to service your clients with your services. Okay. So being able to understand the requirements and effectively communicate those internally is a core part of my role. So it's really important that we have this relationship. I think it's also important to remember that whether it's Peugeot or Citroën or Vauxhall or Fiat or Alfa Romeo, these brands have been in the public consciousness for decades. However, Stellantis is just over 4 years old. Mobilisights is just over 2 years old. So we have today globally customers remotely accessing hundreds of thousands of vehicles for telematics data. But we're at the beginning of this journey, and we're harmonizing that data provision, and we're providing value insights into the market. So it's definitely new for OEMs to enter into this part of the market. But we're demonstrating that we can deliver, and not only become established service providers to yourself and enablers to you, but we can also listen, innovate, and then deliver new solutions on top of that.
And how do you think as a market as a whole, how can we support the OEM?
I think coming up with new use cases for connected vehicle data has never been a problem, has it? And I think our challenge is therefore to really prioritize and understand what we can deliver, taking into consideration both our technical capabilities and our delivery resources. But as a result, I'd say the two insights that we really look for is clear requirements, both on what the use case is and the value that come as a result of it. And secondly, obviously the scale of the opportunity, because, we work globally and we have finite resource, but we want to really maximize where we're putting that development. So those two things really clear requirements, scale of opportunity.
Yeah, and I think that's where, there's so much opportunity in loads of different verticals, and that's why we're not just sort of pigeonholed in fleet, we're focused in insurance sides of it, we're looking at energy, so that's why, the size of opportunity is super interesting, and also the nuance in all those different opportunities, because there's different functionality required for each of them. So I know that's a challenge for you guys to be able to, think, right, how can I resolve every single use case, every single possibility? Yeah. And that's when understanding volumes and things like that is the most important thing to know, right, where do we focus our resource? Because they're also not big teams within the OEM, these data sides of it. You're a brand that builds vehicles and sells vehicles, and that data side is new, as you say, and it's becoming increasingly more and more of a topic that's being discussed. But, Mobilisights is a division, but Stellantis as a whole, you're a small number of people and a small team there. So really, driving that is only going to get better over time and improve that over time. So it's really interesting to see where it's going to go.
And that's why I'm excited about the space you're in, because you have a role in helping EV adoption and overcoming some of the negativity that can exist about the reality of adopting an electric vehicle. So I'm really positive about our relationship. I really value what we've built over the last 12 months and, excited and looking forward to how that develops over the coming years.
Absolutely.
So, thanks, Chris.
No, thanks for having us.
Good to see you.
Thank you very much.